In this lesson, I will show you the most important settings. So the settings can be found right here, as you remember from the WordPress dashboard walkthrough lesson. So all the settings related to your WordPress website can be done right here in this tab. So let's start with general settings right here. And right here, the most important things you have to do is you have to add your site title and just add a tagline for your website. As you can see right here, it says just enter a few words to explain your website, to describe your business, and simple as that. Just type the tagline and add a site title. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do myself. Alright, as you can see, I just changed the site title and added a tagline. As you can see, once you change your site title, it changes right here as well. So it's up to you what site title and tagline you want to use. As you can see, I just added a simple tagline that this website is basically to teach you guys, to teach you how to create your websites. Alright, right here we can scroll down, and here you can choose your date format. The date format you want to use on your website. I usually like to keep the default settings. Of course, don't forget to choose your time zone, because according to this time zone you will see various blog posts that are posted on your website or the products added and so on. So just choose your time zone. And other than that, you don't really need to do any adjustments right here, and you can hit save changes. All right, let's go to writing tab. Here we don't need to do any adjustments. Everything is as it is by default. So let's go to reading tab. In reading tab, you can basically do some adjustments to the information, to the content that is displayed on your website. At the moment, we're not gonna do any adjustments. In later stages of creating our website, we will do some changes right here. I will show you what those changes are for. Basically, we will set a home page for our website. That is going to be the front page of our website, and we're gonna add a blog page to display blog posts. So this is what we're gonna do a bit later. For now, we're not gonna change anything because we don't even have those pages ready. So those things will be done in later stages of setting up our website. This is just a common practice, but it's good for you to know a quick introduction of various steps that are right here. All right, from here we can move to discussion tab. And this tab, discussion, is responsible for the comments that are on your website. So your visitors are gonna leave comments. They might leave reviews under your products if it's gonna be your e-commerce store. And this is where you can do various adjustments. You can play around with these settings right here, but I'm gonna be honest, the only adjustment that I do right here, I like to activate this option right here. Comment must be manually approved. So once a visitor gonna leave a comment, the comment will be shown right here. So I'm just gonna open this one in a new tab, and as you can see right here, we have one comment that was added by default. And once I activate this option right here, as you can see, this comment was approved automatically. It was added just automatically at default comment, and I'm just gonna click on approve. And as you can see, once your visitor gonna comment under your blog post, or that visitor gonna leave a product review, this comment will be unapproved. So you will have to approve this comment yourself manually. And the reason why I like to do this, because at some point, once your website starts to grow, once your website starts to get more and more traffic, there's a huge chance that you're gonna start getting spammy comments. And you don't want those comments to appear under your content, because it's not gonna look too good, and you're gonna need to delete those comments anyway. So it's the best for you to keep this one active right here, and you can approve the comments manually yourself. Just click right here, approve, and the comment will be approved automatically. If you won't like that comment, you can delete this comment, or you can mark this comment as a spam. As well, right here, the other quite important tab that I like to use myself is this one. Instead of using this one for moderating comments, I like to disallow comments. So once you start getting those spammy comments right here, you will notice the pattern that usually those comments gonna have the same commentator URL address added to a comment, or maybe the same email address. Maybe these comments gonna have the common keywords among those comments, like the ones that are repeating in every single comment. So you want to copy any of those things. Right here you will see the IP address of the commentator. We cannot see the IP address under this comment because this comment was added automatically by default, so we are not able to see the IP address. But once someone's gonna leave a comment, you're gonna see that, and you can copy this IP address and paste it right here. So just paste one IP address or email address or the URL or the keyword, one per line, to disallow these comments. So if this spammy commentator gonna go ahead and gonna leave you another comment, a spammy comment, this comment will be deleted automatically. So you will not need to approve this comment or disapprove. So this is gonna help you to save a lot of time. But when you are starting fresh and your website is new, it might take some time until you start getting those spammy comments, but it's good to know how you can combat with these comments, and you wouldn't need to worry in later stages of running your website. So this is the real life example. This is one of my websites that I'm running myself, and as you can see, this website gets quite a lot of spammy comments. So just besides approving them myself manually and besides deleting them, I usually like to identify the common keywords in the comments itself, the most used or repeating email addresses, URLs or IP addresses, and once I identify those things, I just copy those things and I paste them right here in this window in disallowed comment keys, just one per line. Alright, so now you should know how everything looks. Alright, we can scroll down, and as you can see right here, you can do some adjustments to your avatars of your profile. I usually like to hide avatars because it helps to load the website a bit faster. It's a very small thing, but I like to do those things as well. So I usually like to hide avatars, but it's up to you if you want to display avatars. Those avatars will be displayed under your blog post. If you're gonna add blog posts to your websites, you're gonna show your avatars, so you can choose any avatar you want to use, or you can set your own avatar. But I usually like to hide this one. Again, it's up to you if you want to do that as well. But this one right here, this one is quite important. So once you have finished doing changes, you can click Save Changes. Alright, let's go to Media tab. This one is also good as it is by default because we don't really need to change anything. Everything is good as it is by default. Alright, let's go to permalinks. This one is extremely important. So right here in permalinks, you can see the structure of the URL. Basically how your URL is going to look to your visitors. So for example, if I would go to our homepage right here, I'm going to show an example. So this is our URL, and if I would go to sample page, as you can see, this is how it looks. So we have our domain name, we have /index.php, and we don't really need this part to display because it doesn't do any good for SEO, for search engine optimization, and we want our URLs to look simple. So instead of choosing this one, let's choose this one, post name, and let's hit Save Changes. So for example, if I would go back to this site right now, again to our homepage, not the site, and I would click on the sample page, as you can see, this is how it looks. And this is the structure we want to use because it's much better, it's much easier to understand for our visitors, and it's much easier for search engines to understand. So we want to keep this one. Alright, so don't forget, hit Save Changes every time you make changes, and from here we can move to this tab, Privacy. At the moment, we don't have our privacy policy page ready. In later stages, I will show you where you can create your privacy policy pages, terms and conditions, and all other important pages for your website, where you can generate them automatically, so you wouldn't need to hire people to write those pages for you. But for now, in this tab, we don't really need to change anything, except we can set privacy page, so we would have it set and we wouldn't need to come back to this tab ever again. So let's click Use this page, and now it's set, and now we can leave it as it is. Alright, we can go right here to this tab, but we're not gonna do any changes in this tab as well, because those changes that are here, those options that are here, are done for the plugin. As you remember, when we were in our plugins page, I'm just gonna open in a new tab real quick. As you can see, we have Breeze plugin, and these settings right here are done for this particular Breeze plugin, and this plugin is responsible for optimizing your website so your website would load faster for your visitors. And right now everything is good as it is by default. We don't really need to change anything. But in the future, if you will decide that you want to learn how to optimize your website even better, because I know this from my own experience, as you continue growing your website, as you continue improving your website, one very important point will become website speed. But with a fresh website, you're going to have a fast loading website anyway, but eventually You might want to improve the website speed. Maybe your website will grow even bigger, and this might become more important to you. I believe I will make another course on that. So if you are taking this course, that course on optimizing your website will be free for you. And I'm doing this because there's a lot of things you can tweak, there's a lot of things you can change to make your website load faster. But again, you will see it yourself that this freshly created website will load fast in any case. All right, so this is it. These were the most important WordPress settings. So to sum it up, one of the most important settings were in this general tab, in this discussion tab, and in permalinks tab. So this is it for this lesson.